Welcome back to One Comic Book a Day, where we're covering Adventure Comics 181, A Mask for a Hero. Interesting enough, on the cover it's Mask for a Hero. It forgets the article A, but in the introduction page, the title page, it is A Mask for a Hero. I don't think anyone finds that interesting other than I do. It's like they kind of forgot. Or maybe they thought the A didn't really matter. This is another mystery story that is once again ineffectual because, well, it doesn't deal with the mystery till the third act. That's actually unfair. It tangentially deals with the mystery throughout, but it gets stuck in a rut. It's the usual kind of Golden Age Superman, Superboy storytelling problems. But I do like the character arc here, and I think we could have done a little bit more to make it more effective at the end. So, a mysterious man saves Smallville's tankers from exploding, and people want to celebrate him. I guess they're just tired of celebrating Superboy. But for some reason, he won't unveil himself, reveal himself. So they get him a mask. The mask kind of looks like a 17th century aristocracy French mask. It's really white with the red, rosy cheeks. Though by the end of the story, it's like the colorist gave up and he's just a beige face that looks like his normal face. It's kind of so slight that you don't really notice it. I thought it was more drastic when I first read this as it happened, but it just kind of just happens at the end of the story in the last few pages of the last task. Because yes, there are 3 tasks in this comic, not specifically called tasks, but it is just 3 things again. So you think that maybe the mystery is going to be about dealing with or trying to solve who this guy is or why he is wearing the mask. That seems the most obvious way to go. We're all interested in why this guy is wearing the mask at this point. And like I said, it's tangentially related. What the story is going to waste time with is people thinking he's someone else, but turning out not to be that person, and Superboy dealing with this problem. Usually gangsters or other criminals, maybe the police trying to go after him, thinking he's somebody who's hiding their identity because of that. There is a nice one at the beginning where someone thinks he's a missing person. None of these are why he's specifically wearing that mask. So it does feel like a bit of a waste of time. Now, the last one he does actually inspires him to do something at the end of the story, which is unveil himself. There's a reason he's wearing the mask, and there is a good idea there that it's a character arc. He's being inspired by Superboy's example. I think this would have worked a lot better if we hadn't had him do something incredibly heroic at the end of the story, and B, if everything Superboy had been doing around him or with him was inspiring him a little bit. Maybe make him a little more involved. He's barely there for a lot of what Superboy does other than saving them. They only really have that interaction at that final third thing. I think we could have just had one of those, dealt with that, and maybe explored a little bit more about him without revealing anything to us. But we could see some of his guilt about what was going on, maybe the conflict in him. Because we don't learn anything about him, the effectiveness of that final moment is reduced. So what is the mystery? Because I'm sure you're wondering at this point. Well, he's like the star witness in a trial that hasn't been brought up at all in the story. I also would have liked it to have been referenced at least once. In yesterday's video, I complained about that mystery and how it had like one panel referring to it. We could have had that one panel. We don't even get that one panel this time. And yeah, he was going to run away from being the star witness and putting away this big criminal, but his inspiration from watching what Superboy did makes him brave enough to show up. Also, the fact Superboy's still around, so when they do try to kill him or Harvey Dent him in a way, Superboy stops it. So that is a cool concept. It is him inspiring someone to do good. It's just that he was already doing good from the beginning, so it doesn't feel like that big of a leap. It's actually kind of surprising if he was so scared of these mobsters, he would do something like save that tanker from exploding, which is an incredibly dangerous thing to do. Probably more dangerous than being the witness in this big trial. But also, if we had learned anything about him at all, just his conflict or being scared. All we know about him is that he's wearing a mask for some reason. I guess that shows somewhat hesitance, but he could be hiding his face for anything. So I like the end. I don't like the journey getting there. I think it would have worked better if he was a little more involved in some way instead of just 3 unrelated things happening. Okay, that is it from Adventure Comics 181, A Mask for a Hero. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications when new videos up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Fridays is Bat Friday, where I cover a Batman story in either Detective Comics or Batman. And until next time, let's ponder the question, whatever did happen to the boy of tomorrow? And no one noticed that the star witness was missing for this big trial that was coming up, supposedly in Smallville or something. I don't know. He seems pretty well aware of this trial for the end to happen. Okay, have a great day.